Oh, child, look at my hair. Oh, no. Bam, there we go. Killer. Who's that watching? Who's watching here, darling? Who's watching? Oh, let me start my sage. Combine some sage up. Look at that. One piece of hair. Just dangling down there while the rest of it is shriveled up. Yeah, we're going to get the people sometime. Hello, Taylor. How are you, darling? Taylor, you always here, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Come through for sis. Come through. Gang, gang. Maybe I should put my little flowers, my little faux flowers close to here like that. Let's do it like that. I think I look a little better. It's kind of bright, but it's cute or whatever. How you doing, Tete? How was your weekend? Oh, see, this is bothering me. It's better. How's it going, darling? I hope you're not over there doing your hair again. Let's get some of this done. I'm gonna give it a few minutes. Give people some time. Let's say she's cards though while I'm at it. What? You been sick? Not with a summer cold, boo. What's that about? Have you not been practicing self-care? I've been talking about that in my lives. I see you ain't taking my practices seriously. Hmm? Yeah. I don't see the need to go to the job sick, trying to get everybody else sick. That's a no. No. Something in the air. I bet it is something in the air. Okay. Something in the air, my ass. Let's see. Well, we're going to give you some time here. See what's going on with the people. Let's see. Did I put that in the thing? My weekend was good. I'm trying to think. What did I do? Well, last night I went to my godmom. I went to her birthday party. She had 60th birthday party last night. I went to that. And I cooked today, and that was really about it. I did my new moon ritual. I had the last part that I'm going to do for that here in a little bit. But for the most part, it's been chilling. Like, I have a lot of Virgo energy. Well, not a lot, but I have a lot of earth energy in my chart. So right now, I just want to be like to myself. I just want to, hey, peace, Doug. How you doing? Welcome, Darlene. But I was just talking about, this Virgo new moon. I have a Virgo moon, and I have a Virgo south node, and there was a stellium in Virgo at the time of the new moon. So you have all these planets in Virgo, and they were falling in my 5th house. So for me, I just don't want to be bothered with other people. I did my new moon ritual, like I said earlier. I did some of that or most of that. And I went to that party because I did not want to miss that party. It was her 60th birthday. So that was that. But other than that, the weekend was pretty chill. I did film a little something. We'll see if I like the quality of it, if I'll put it up. But we'll see. How was your weekend, Doug? Who else is in the building? I see some other people here. Say hello. Say something in the chat. Don't be shy. I won't bite. So yeah, weekend pretty chill. As you can see, we stand with this here. It's good vibes, darling. We don't have the time. So we're going to get started here in a few minutes. People have the tendency to just come through during the actual live versus when it first starts, but that's cool. I'm looking forward to this new moon energy. I really am. I'm looking forward to it because, yes, Doug, a productive weekend. Because I did some research and stuff like that. But what I want, a few things that I want to get out during this live video. Some revelations that I had, and it goes hand in hand with some of the astrology that transpired over the weekend. And one of them was, let me see here. It was this, what is the sun trine Uranus? Yeah, it was the sun trine Uranus that we had on the 29th. And I'll get into that in just a second. Oh, thank you. Doug said my shirt looks good on me, y'all. What y'all think? Y'all like the shirt? Cute, cute, cute. It's a little red crop top, says good vibes on it, darling. But yeah, so I had a couple revelations. So before we get into the astrology, let me just go ahead and put this out there real quick. What's up, Third World Colombian? What's up? First things first. I don't know if a lot of y'all are into law of attraction, manifestation, all those good things, whether you are religious or spiritual, atheist, whatever it is that you subscribe to. But one thing that I do want people to understand and to see is that when you are in the process of manifesting, or you are setting intentions to manifest certain things in your life, it's very important for you to set not necessarily realistic goals, but tangible goals based on your own vibration, right? So it's kind of hard to put yourself in a position to manifest something that's very extreme and out of your norm, right? So for example, if you wanted to manifest, yes, words do have power. So if you wanted to manifest, or you were setting intentions for making $100,000, okay, you wanted to make $100,000 in a month. Okay, now if you've never made $100,000 in a month or close to that number, It's not to say that the universe, God, spirit, Allah, whoever it is that you pray to, serve reverence to, it doesn't mean that it won't come to you, but it just means that your vibration at that particular time may not be in alignment with that manifestation just yet. Because I hear a lot of people talk about how it don't work. And, you know, I've seen people put out videos on law of attraction and manifestation. They'd be like, oh, well, this doesn't work. And I didn't see anything. I did exactly what you told me to do. Well, you have to remember that manifestation comes from your feeling. It comes from your feeling. So if you can't put yourself in that feeling, then how is it that you're going to manifest whatever it is that you set a petition for, or you set intentions for? It's kind of hard for the universe to bring you back that when it hasn't been put in place, or you haven't been used to that vibration or that frequency yet. So set realistic goals. And I've been talking about this since Leo season. Set realistic goals, especially now since we're in Virgo season. And I don't want to say realistic in the sense that people have to only set their sights on what the human eye or the human mind can project, but setting things, since we're in this earthy energy, set things that are more along the lines of things that are logical and practical. That's how you best utilize earth energy. You set intentions for things that are very practical and logical and very within reach and tangible for you, your vibration, and wherever you are on your own spiritual journey. Okay. So like I said, when we got into Virgo season, I talked about being in a position where now you've gone from Leo season where you have this big grandiose vision for yourself, and that's fine. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. You can have this, but now since we moved into Virgo season, now you see, okay, I did all this big stuff, where I made all these big plans. I don't necessarily think that I got a lot done, or I had so much going on that I was overwhelmed, and now I'm tired, I'm exhausted, and I'm not feeling that. Okay, so with that being said, now Virgo season, you can take a look back at the things that you did in Leo season or in the last couple months. You can take a look back at what you've been doing, and now you'll be able to assess and peel back the layers and really scrutinize what it is that worked and what didn't work. And then you can devise a plan to get your ducks in a row, get your shit in order, because remember, Virgo is represented by the Hermit card in the tarot. So with that being said, Virgo being represented by the Hermit card means to reflect, means to internalize, means to go to a place of solitude where you can really process what's happening or what has taken place, so that you can devise a plan to get on the right pathway, right? Because in some tarot, like in my tarot of dreams, the Hermit card, there's an older man who's sitting on top of like a rock in the middle of mountains, right? But in my traditional universal weight tarot deck, he's in this picture as a older man who's carrying a lantern, and that's looking down. It's like he's walking somewhere, and the light is showing him where to go or helping him get to where he needs to be, right? So this is some of the revelations that I had over the weekend, and I wanted to share with y'all. Especially, this is how you use astrology and real life, and you be able to couple them and combine them together to really understand what's happening, what's going on. So let's go ahead and get into the astrology. So on the 29th, which today is what's today? Today the 1st, right? So the 29th was Thursday. So you may have been feeling this energy even throughout the weekend, right? And so we had Sun trine Uranus. So let's talk about the sun. The sun is self. The sun is light, vitality, energy, right? That's the sun. You can also say that the sun is more Leo energy, because Leo is represented by the sun in tarot. Okay. Then you have Uranus. Uranus is the higher mind, but Uranus is also like doing things out of the ordinary. Uranus is going against the grain. Uranus is not traditional. Okay. Uranus is also, Uranus rules Aquarius. Okay. If you know any Aquarius people, most Aquarians don't do or don't engage. Typically, they don't engage in a lot of the traditional ways of doing and being, right? So now that and then the trine is it's a harmonious aspect in astrology. So with the sun trining Uranus, a lot of people who have been really developing their intuition or developing their spiritual nature, the spiritual man within them, man or woman, they had increased intuition, right? And insight. And when I say increased intuition and insight, it reminds me of the Page of Cups in the tarot, because the Page of Cups, he is basically being very optimistic, but he's getting insight out of the blue, right? Whether it's in his dreams or it's in things that he sees, messages that he receives, or that he or she sees out in the open, right? It can be like little omens, like you could see birds, you could see butterflies, you could see lizards, you could see feathers on the ground. Today I picked up two feathers. Two feathers. Now, normally over the last couple of months, before either it was before Leo season, I believe, I would see birds, and birds will come and they will get very close to me. They wouldn't touch me or anything like that, but they would be very close to me. There used to be birds that would sit outside my door, and there's like a light that lights up right there, and they would kind of like, they would sleep there. They would be like 3 or 4 of them kind of like squished together, and they would go to sleep there. I don't know where those birds are now. They're gone. Don't know why, but they're gone. Maybe because they know it's getting close to the season where it's going to be fall. They had to migrate somewhere else. Okay. Then I would see blue jays, and I would see these red birds. To me, they look like, what are those birds called? I can't remember what those red birds are called. Cardinals. That's what they are. I would see cardinals too. So I would see the blue jays and I would see the cardinals. Now, the blue jays represent protection, right, from your ancestors, from your angels, from your spirit guides. And then the cardinals represent someone who passed on, one of your ancestors as well, watching over you or coming to visit you, basically to reassure you that things are okay and they're just fine. So there's double confirmation there, right? Now I don't necessarily see the birds. Now I've been seeing butterflies and I've been seeing lizards. Like, and it's not like 1 or 2 lizards. It's like a whole fucking family of lizards that I would see while I'll be walking past. Now, I remember looking in the tarot, and the King of Wands has a lot of, it looks like lizards, but they call them salamanders. But salamanders, if I'm not mistaken, they are just another form of lizards. Okay, or lizards or another form of a salamander, however that goes. So I would see these lizards, and it's like a whole family of them will like cross right in front of me. And I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing? And I looked it up, and I didn't necessarily resonate with the meaning of seeing a class or a group or a family of lizards. To me, how I processed it was that you have to be willing and open to change and be able to adapt to change. Now, me being a sun Sagittarius, I'm a mutable sign, right? I have 2 mutables, right? So I have Virgo moon and I have Sagittarius sun. Those are 2 mutable energies. But then I have that Taurus rising, where it's very earthy and fixed. So it can be very stubborn, doesn't necessarily like change like that. And doesn't want to go outside of my comfort zone that too far, right? There has to be some stability, but that was my guides. That was, God, divine spirit, divine energy. That was their way of letting me know, hey, we need you to get yourself in alignment with being adaptable to change that's coming. Hey, Free Spirit Erica. Hey, boo. Hi. So that was that, right? And so with this sun trine Uranus, it left you, or if any of y'all can relate to this, y'all please let me know this in the chat, okay? If y'all have been experiencing over the past couple days, or the past week, where you have been feeling like you've been getting confirmation, or you've been having these types of revelations as to what has been going on or transpiring in your life. Because remember, we had the new moon in Virgo on Friday. That new moon brings new energy with it, but it's also like a start or a renewal of your own energy or things that you have been working on, even new developments, thoughts that you've been thinking, dreams that you've been having that you haven't put any fruition, that you haven't put any work into, any effort or energy in, those things will start to reappear. Hi, Roslyn. How you doing? Hey, Raya. I hope I'm saying it right, Raya. How y'all doing? I appreciate y'all coming to the chat. Thank you so much. I'm just getting started, y'all. So we're talking about this Sun trine Uranus aspect that we had a couple days ago, but I feel like that energy was so potent that it's lasted for a couple days, even after the transit. All right. And it's talking about that increased intuition and insight. And I was kind of relaying it to some things that I discovered over the weekends. Hey, 6 Figure Days. Hey, y'all. I'm so happy y'all came to chat with me and to hear what I have to say. So, yeah. So with this, now you will have like this, you'll be a little bit more confident about expressing things about yourself that are a little bit more quirky or out of the ordinary, or that other people may find weird. Like, for example, as y'all can see, I can be very animated, right? So I'm changing my voice. I'm making funny faces. I'm doing all of those things. Most people don't do because they'll feel like they'll get distracted by that. I don't. I actually thoroughly enjoy that kind of shit. And I bust out in songs, lines from movies and TV shows. That's me. And I absolutely love that aspect of me because, yes, I have a serious side, but then I also have this playful, kind of quirky type of thing going on where I have outbursts and it'll be a line or a verse from a song or a line from a movie or a TV show. That's just kind of how I get out my crazy, right? Because everybody got it in them. Contrary to popular belief, people think that they don't have a, yes, you do. Everybody has a little crazy in them. All right. And so also people who, this was actually really good for people who are in the metaphysical or the occult world, especially if they were in the process of like really developing those skill sets or really honing in and harnessing the energy from the new moon. Excuse me. They got a little bit more understanding of those types of things in those particular areas of life. So if you practice magic, hoodoo, voodoo, spell work, witchcraft, all the occult, anything that has a lot to do with like that Scorpion energy, because Scorpio energy likes that kind of stuff, and even Sagittarius energy likes that too. Spirituality and things like that. And then some people may have gotten the urge to try something new, and to, like I said, to leave your comfort zone and to be a little bit more social, especially, with the holiday and all that good stuff. A lot of events were transpiring and happened this weekend. So a lot of people were probably out and about, just really just having a good time and enjoying life, right? Because, and the thing is that when you couple the sun with Uranus, it's a good time, especially when it's in a trine. It's a really, really good time. So y'all let me know in the chat if any of y'all have experienced it over the last couple of days, or if you felt the urge to do so, right? Now, me, on the other hand, when the new moon came in, I was reluctant to be out. And it wasn't like I was like, I was feeling very negative about it. I just was feeling, very chill. Have any of y'all used any of the new moon energy to bring in your manifestations? Because I talked about this earlier, and I'm going to, reiterate this whole manifestation law of attraction thing that a lot of people have the tendency to have a difficult or challenging time with. Make sure that when you are setting your intentions, you are putting your petitions together, whether you're practicing magic or you are doing the law of attraction manifestation. When you are doing these things, make sure that you are setting intentions for things that are not too expansive, like Leo, right? Not too expansive, because remember, we're in earth energy. It has to be more logical, more practical. So I'll give a quick example. If you would like to make $20,000 a month and you are used to making $10,000 a month, 20,000 is not too big of a stretch, right? It's not too big of a stretch. And it's not something that you wouldn't have the vibration or frequency to handle or to express or to feel. So remember that you have to have your vibration, frequency, feeling, right? Manifestations and law of attraction works through feeling, like how you feel about something. If your feeling is very strong, is very emotional, is very tied to an alignment with it, then it'll come to pass. It will definitely come to the physical realm. I can attest to that. And I'll give y'all one example of how this worked in my own life. So y'all listening? Y'all listening? Okay. All right. So I did a money spell. I think it was in June, the end of June. Okay, the end of June, I did a money spell, and it wasn't for a large amount of money. It was, for something that was under $5,000. Okay. Now, I'm used to making or having more than that, right? Than what I asked for. So what happened was when I did the money spell, about a week later, I get the call about the project. All right. So I go in, talk to the people. I'm starting the project soon. Now, when I tallied up the money was, it far exceeded what I said intentions for, right? It far exceeded what I said intentions for. But when I did the money spell, I wasn't desperate. I wasn't feeling like I was lacking anything. I was grateful and happy for what I had already. I just knew that there were some other things that I wanted to take care of, or I wanted to get out of the way, or I wanted to set up. And so I decided to do a money spell. Now, had I had said, okay, I want $100,000, I don't know that frequency of having $100,000 in a lump sum at one time. I don't know that vibration. I know a vibration of a certain amount of money that I've had in my own hands, that I've seen in my bank account, that I've seen here. That is the vibration and frequency that I can match with or get in alignment with, because I know what that feels like. You know what I mean? So you have to remember that when you are practicing your manifestation techniques, that you are including that, especially when you're dealing with earth energy. So that's why I say it's important that when you use law of attraction and you use spell work and all that kind of stuff, it's cool to include the astrology, because that way you'll know how to better utilize that energy. Now, if we would have been in like air energy, like Gemini or Aquarius, then that may have been a different story, because that way it would have been shooting from all directions, right? It would have been a little bit more scattered. And so it would have came probably in many different forms. But since during that time we were in Leo season, right, it was expansive. It was more expansive. So I got more than what I asked for. Okay. I got more than what I asked for, because we were in Leo season, but I matched my vibration with the manifestation and the intentions that I set. All right. Okay. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all have done any of the sort. Okay. Whether it's praying, meditating, setting intentions, spell work, law of attraction, manifestation. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all feel like sharing, or if you don't mind sharing. I think it's good for other people to see the dialogue and to see how it has been utilized in other people's lives, right? Because I'm just one person, but other people may experience it. And you know how it is with humans. Humans have to see or have to know that it works for other people. That way they know that it's a possibility that it could work for them, right? They have to, it's almost like they have to see it, but not really, in a sense. I hope I'm making sense when I say that. So now moving back to the astrology for this week, we only have two other things that are going on. Okay. So we have the Sun conjunct Mars on September 2nd, which is tomorrow, which is Monday. And so let's talk about this again. The Sun, energy. Mars, aggressive, initiator. Mars is action, right? This action is let's freaking go, right? So in a nutshell, it's like hot energy. When you feel anxious, that's how I feel like either you feel anxious or you feel like you can't sit still, like you're jittery. You can't sit still. You want to do something, or even in your mind, you want to do something and you can't, or you don't. And it turns into anxiety. That's what happens. It turns into anxiety. So Rhea says that I've done law of attraction and set intentions. See what I'm saying? Thank you. Did it work for you? What you set intentions for? Did it come into this physical realm where you can actually see it, touch it, feel it, whatever the case is? So it's this particular aspect is like an abundance of energy. So you got to be careful with this, because we know that Mars is the planet of war, the god of war. All right. So there's a tendency for violence. There's a tendency for fights, arguments. You may see that transpire over this week. For people who don't watch me or watch other people on YouTube who, put time and energy into giving this information out, even if you are just a regular person, right? Just a regular person, not in spirituality, not into all that kind of stuff. But this is useful information to help. Okay? Rhea said she done a little spell work. Hey, my kind of girl. Use what you got. You understand? Okay, I have another story about some spell work that I had did too. Some other spell work I had did. I don't know if I want to talk about it just yet. Again. So, in this season, or with this aspect, it's calling you to be more constructive. So, physical activity is really going to help during this particular transit. And remember, energy is fluid. You may be feeling this energy now. You may feel it when you're trying to go to sleep tonight. You may feel it when you get up tomorrow. You may feel it all week long, or you could have been feeling it over the weekend. It's like this real big urge to do something, just to do something. Doug says spell work. Spell work is basically spiritual work, right? That has to do with conjuring or calling in different spirits, particularly your own. I would hope so. Your own spirits, because everybody came here with their own spirit guides. Some people call them angels. Okay. Some people use the term angel. But your spirit guides are here to help you while you are here in this physical plane. Okay. Spell work is basically setting intentions for things that you would like to see manifest or come into fruition in this physical realm that we are in currently. That's what spell work is. Spell work is petitioning to your ancestors and to your spirit guides, to the divine, to whomever it is that you pray to or have reference with. Okay, it's telling them this is something that I deserve, not that I want. Okay, not that that I'm trying to get. No, this is what I deserve. Okay, because remember, you didn't come here in this physical realm to be mediocre. Maybe at some point, right, you have some karmic debt to pay, but you came here because if you already had these thoughts in your head that you were living your best life, okay, you had visions, you had dreams, conversations, thoughts, that means you're already living it somewhere else in another dimension. You just got to figure out a way or align yourself with getting it here. Yes, Jose says you can ask your ancestors for things you deserve. Yes, sir, you can. You most certainly can. Thank you, Rhea. I really appreciate it. Rhea says spell work is almost along the lines of setting intentions but using a higher energy. It would be no different than prayer. Exactly. Exactly. It's the same exact thing. Because when you go to church, they do this offering. I can't remember what it's called. It's basically you take a cracker and you eat it and you drink the blood of Jesus. That's a spell. Okay. So let's get back to this Sun conjunct Mars. So be careful this week, okay, the next couple of days, with arguing with people, especially if the argument is not necessary, right? Arguing with people getting into fights, because Mars is aggressive. Mars is also initiator. Mars is the ruler of Aries, right? So if you know Aries are signified by rams. Rams run into stuff. I mean, they go fast. But they're also initiators, right? So some people may initiate fights. They may initiate conflict, right? And if it's not necessary, don't engage. Okay, if it's not necessary, don't engage. Yes, Rosalind, communion. Yes, thank you. So take a conscious approach this week to your activity, because Mars also likes competition too. So yes, Jose. Yes, Aries are some interesting people. I like Aries. Okay, I'm a fellow fire sign, so we here, same page, honey. But take a conscious approach to your activity this week, especially physical activity, because you could hurt yourself. You know, if you're at the gym, and just go with your normal routine. Don't try to outdo it. Okay, who you in competition with? No. Okay. Take this aspect to, maybe do some artwork, maybe do some yoga or something like that. This is something different, right? Something different. Using that sun trine Uranus. You can use that during this time too. Thanks, Jose. I appreciate you, Raya. Thank you so much. I really do. She's in the chat, answering questions while I'm trying to explain. Thank you. Oh, and you know what? Over the last couple weeks, sex drive has been through the roof. Okay, through the roof. Yes, Jose, thank you. But sex drive has been through the roof over the last couple weeks. We've had a aspect every week that had something to do with sex. Y'all been out there getting busy, okay, or having the urge to at least. So what else? So, this is also good to use this Aries energy like this, right? To initiate or to assert yourself in certain situations. Okay, whether it's new projects, whether it's getting new business, whether it's new developments, right? This is a really good aspect for that. This starts tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow on Monday, all right? And it's good for things that you want to get in motion, or projects that are already in motion. You just want to speed them along or get them on a good track, get them on a good level. Throwback Houston Rockets colors. That's the third world color. He said, yeah, I sure do. Okay, period. That's when they were still good. Okay, so be careful of your ego this week, especially when you're working with others, because you could offend people, right? You could offend people, or you could be too assertive or too demanding or too aggressive with other people, especially when there's no need to be that way, right? Because remember, for every cause there's an effect. For every reaction or every action, there's an equal opposite reaction. So remember that reaction has to come, the effect has to come. Now, when it comes to you, make sure that you plant a good seed. All right. Also, something that I found that was interesting, that this even has a tendency to, this particular aspect has a tendency to bring upon rape culture, which I thought was interesting. So ladies and gentlemen, be very careful, okay, over the next couple of days when it comes to this. All right. Be very careful going out at night, going into places where it's not very lit up, because people can get very, very aggressive during this time. Okay. All right. Okay. And so the last aspect for this week is happening on September 5th, and it's our first quarter moon. Now, this is interesting because the moon in Sagittarius is squaring the sun in Virgo. Okay. Squares are conflicts or challenges, but it does not mean, okay, it does not mean that this is something that you can't get through. That's why I do these live videos, because I want y'all to understand what's happening, but then know how to combat that or how to work through that, right? You have to be able to flow with the current. Don't go against it. I've said this in different times. Okay. So there may be like a crisis, right? Because Virgo can be over analytical. And remember I talked about like this energy and like feeling like you got to do something, or feeling like you got to change something, or, you know, with that Mars energy, you know, just feeling very aggressive about shit. Like, I got to move on this right now, but not taking any caution. It's like, wait a minute, hold on. You got to take some caution in some of the things that you feel compelled to take action on or to move on, because those things may not necessarily be something that you have to move on with right now, or the way that you're going about going at it, right? Because Mars is action. Mars is represented, you know, by fire, right? So its action is putting things into motion. But some things you got to be careful on how you move and navigate through certain energies, especially with this Earth energy. Earth energy, we have so much energy in Earth right now in Virgo that you want to make sure that it's logical, it's practical, it makes sense in the long run, because Earth energy likes stability. Earth energy likes longevity. All right. You say your baby cousin, Jose says his baby cousin was born today. Oh, yeah. That baby will have almost all of its planets in Virgo. But ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's going to be very earthy, but that baby will, depending on the other elements of the chart, that baby will have a really good time being able to analyze and to process and to know how and when to go within, right? How to reflect, okay? Pay attention to that little baby. Pay attention to that little baby. You'll see, you know, that baby may, you know, maybe the next, if it's a girl, maybe the next Beyonce, or maybe the next MJ or something like that, you know. Never know. So, like I said, after this first quarter moon, you'll be able to see the effects of the actions that you took. Okay, this is September 5th. And remember, energy is fluid, so this could be before, after, or whatever. Oh, it's a girl. It's the baby. Yes. So, Jose, pay attention to that. Okay, pay attention to La Mama. Make sure she don't get it when she gets older. Don't be in your head too much, La Mama. Don't be in your head too much, because Virgos have a tendency to be in their head too much, and most Virgos that I know of have this depressive state of being. Okay, so right now we got the Sun, we got Mercury, we got Venus, and we got Mars all in Virgo. Okay. Oh, love you too. Thank you. Okay then. Have a good time. All right, y'all. So with all those planets in Virgo, basically is get your shit together. You're gonna need to talk to me about it. Can you ring some? Yes, yes. My email should be in the description box. Send me an email. Send me an email. Let me know what's going on, Jose. I appreciate it. 6 Figure Days says Virgos are good people. Yes, they are. I'm not saying they're bad people. They're not. Okay. But a low vibrational, every zodiac has a high vibrational and a low vibrational frequency, for everybody has it. Okay. And so the lower vibrational Virgos can be anxious and depressive, as well as self-sabotaging. The higher frequency of those people could be helpmates, right? They help other people. They make people feel good. They are very analytical. They can show you how to make things better. But the low vibrational one, right, can be very narcissistic. Did I say that right? Narcissist. They can be narcissists, okay, and passive aggressive. But on the flip side of that, the higher octave of that, they know how to use their words or use their actions, right? Because Earth is tangible. Use their actions to show you what you're not necessarily doing right, but in a way that it doesn't hurt your feelings, or in a way where it's not sabotaging y'all's relationship. Okay. Yes, vain. Okay. Okay. We see Beyonce, how she worked her ass off. MJ worked their ass off. So that's using the Virgo energy to its fullest in that sense, you know, because they're workaholics and they don't stop until they get to where they're going. Period. And that's what MJ say. those stacks till you get enough. Give up. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the tarot. I know that's what most of y'all here for, okay? Let's get into it. So I've already saged the cards. Let me go ahead and relight my sage. And I'm going to take me a sip of water while I do that. Yeah, I sure wish I could play music, but they have these copyright situationships on here. All right, y'all. And I'm also going to pull, I think, maybe I'll pull an oracle card for each sign too. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that too. It's going to make it a little longer, but y'all bear with me. Because Virgo energy can be very heavy for, you know, some people, especially for water signs, because mixing water with earth can get very muddy. Okay. Or if you have a lot of water in your chart, it's going to be, you know, this season can be kind of challenging on you. Hey, GK. This was talking about there's Aries and this. See, that's what's wrong with y'all Aries. Okay. All right. All right. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for this week? What guidance can you provide to us so we can utilize our own innate abilities, characteristics, and traits to bring our manifestations into this physical realm? What guidance do you have for us this week? We want to stay in the flow, okay? Stay in the flow. Don't go against it. I thank you in advance for your clear and concise messages. And know that you are always welcome here to provide us with what we need for our highest and greatest good. We're on the path of higher consciousness, and y'all here because y'all want that elevation, that spiritual elevation. All right. I'm gonna shuffle one more time. I keep seeing this 7 of Wands. That's that fighting people off energy. And remember, I told y'all that was it Sun and Mars? Yep, that Sun conjunct Mars. Y'all be careful. I'm seeing that. I'm seeing it right here. Hold on. Y'all see that? Y'all see him? He fighting people off. Those wands are from other people, not him. Okay? And remember, I said, ladies and gentlemen, be careful over the next couple of days with this. Hold on, my lady. It'll come back. It'll come back. It'll come back. Be careful this week with this violent, rapey type of energy that's happening starting tomorrow. And it could be, you know, that energy could be lingering over to today. So be careful. Just be careful. Keep your eyes peeled. Okay? The violent energy ain't nothing to play with. All right. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Aries? Oh, Aries. Aries, we got a card. We got a card. And then I'm going to pull a oracle card too. Switching it up just a little bit. I hope y'all have checked out my August and September readings. The remainder of the September readings will be going out this week. I'm switching it up a little bit, and y'all find that out when y'all watch the video. All right. Spirit messages. Okay. Boom. We got what we need, boo-boo. All right, so Aries, you got the Knight of Swords. That's typical YouTube, right? You got the Knight of Swords, and you got the Memories card. So let's talk about this real quick. And then, at the bottom of the deck, of the Oracle deck, you have celebration. I hope y'all can see that. I apologize. And then we have the devil at the bottom of the deck, the tarot deck. All right. So with the Knight of Swords, that's fast moving energy, right? Really, really fast. And with this devil card at the bottom of the deck, remember I just talked about that aggressive energy that's happening with this Sun conjunct Mars. And then also with the first quarter moon. Be careful, okay? Be careful with moving too fast, or because swords represent mentality. You know, they represent the mind. They represent air signs as well. So that's Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. So, but air has a tendency to put you in your mind a lot, and your mind is racing, right? Your mind is racing, trying to figure out what to do, where to go. All you know is I'm going, right? And you're just going fast, and there's not necessarily a plan that's been devised, right? Especially since we have this Mars energy happening here, and then that first quarter moon. So just pay attention. Don't move too fast, all right, Aries? We know y'all like to initiate. Y'all like to be a little bit more aggressive. But, you know, use this earth energy, right? Since we're in Virgo season, use the earth energy to take a more logical approach to the actions that you're taking, or the things that you feel like you got to move swiftly and quickly on, okay? Do that. And then, so we have the devil card at the bottom of the deck, the devil card, and that's why I said to make sure that whatever it is that you're doing, that you take more of a logical approach, because you don't want to put yourself in this position, okay? Like with these people here, they are chained up, right? But the chains are loose on their neck. So this puts you in restriction. You don't want to be in restriction. I know Aries. Aries don't like to be restricted. Shit. Nothing, okay? So if you want to keep yourself from restriction, make sure that you're taking more of a grounded approach to this movement, to moving quickly, or to your mind going 1,000 miles per minute, depending on who you are. That either you could be moving really fast, somebody could be really moving fast towards you, or this could be your mind going 1,000,000 miles a minute, right? Overthinking, overdoing. Remember, that's Virgo energy. So, and then we have underneath that, we have the Nine of Cups. That's working independently. So Spirit is saying this week, don't be around or be too influenced around a lot of people this week, okay? Don't do that. This is emotional satisfaction, but it's from your own work, your own input. So don't be easily influenced to move quickly from other people, right? To move quickly without actually taking a more logical approach to what's happening in your own life. Then underneath that, we have the Three of Cups, okay? These people are celebrating. They got their cups raised up. They got some harvest that they've taken, okay? And it's interesting that this card is here, this Three of Cups, because we have at the bottom of the Oracle deck, the Mystical Wisdom Oracle deck, we have celebration. All right? We got celebration. So some of y'all may be celebrating, especially since it says this memories. It says to cherish memories of loved ones, okay? So you may be celebrating somebody that's close to you this week, or even yourself. Some accomplishments may be made on your behalf as well. But there's some type of celebration that's going to be happening this week as well. And I think the celebration also comes into play with this Knight of Swords energy, because you're moving, like I said, to take the advice of taking more of a logical approach to the action that you're taking, or to all this movement or information or mind activity that you're having, mental activity. Use that so that you don't fuck up the celebration, right? You want to get to this, to celebration, unwinding with people who are on the same level as you, okay? People who are on the same level as you, or even close, like I said, close friends, family, loved ones. Some of y'all may be having some of that happening or transpiring this week, but I feel like it has a lot to do with this Knight of Swords energy and being able to properly use that energy to ground yourself, ground your actions, ground your mental activity, so that you can get through to this celebration. Especially with that Sun conjunct Mars, don't be too aggressive this week with other people. Not if it's not necessary, don't do it, especially with your loved ones. Okay, that came through. All right. Taurus. Third World Columbia, you here, baby. All right. Let's see, Spirit. I'm going to shuffle one more time because I shuffled already, but for some odd reason, I got to shuffle again real quick. Okay. Spirit, what messages do you have for the sign of Taurus for this week? What guidance can we give our Taurus babies, our bulls? All right, Taurus. Similar energy to Aries. You got the Nine of Cups. That's the independent work, satisfaction with what you've been doing. That's messages of emotional stability at this particular time. So, and especially since we're in Virgo season, all these planets are in Virgo, of course you will be chilling with your arms folded over here looking at everybody else in their chaos and like, well, shit, I'm cool, I'm good, we're good over here, we stable, right? That's what I see. That's what I see Taurus doing this week. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands. I talked about this at the beginning of my live. And with the King of Wands, that's actually making a decision or standing firm or being firm. And Taurus, you don't have no problem doing that because y'all fixed energy anyways, honey. Okay. Anyways, fixed energy. So there may be a decision that needs to be made this week. And it could be something that will help you to continue to work towards total and complete emotional satisfaction with whatever you have going on, whether it's job, whether it's love and relationships, or even just like projects that you're working on. And then underneath that, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So that's good, you know, not being tied up, bound, restricted, vision impaired, none of those things. You actually are seeing clearly, logically, and being able to move forward, especially with this Temperance card here, that Sagittarius card in the tarot, you know, being able to, like it says, temper your emotions, but also being able to level out your emotions with your logic and reasoning. And that's why I say, especially for this week, don't be so quick to move forward or move quickly or move aggressively towards certain things and people, places, and situations. You know, make sure you're taking a more logical approach this week. And then we have the Moon card here, and the Moon card, things are being revealed anyways. So it's not like you have to do a whole lot of digging, searching, and investigating and researching and all that kind of stuff. Allow whatever it is to come to you, right? But make sure you make the decision or you take a stance on whatever it is that you're working towards or you're working on at this particular time. Let me pull an oracle card. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Taurus for this week? What messages do you have for my Taurus for this week? What we got for Taurus? Good. Okay. Yep. Just what I thought. We got illusion. Okay. And illusion says embrace the truth. That's why I said there's some clarity that'll be happening this week. So there's no need for you to do a whole lot of digging and searching, right? There's not a whole, and that's getting away from this Eight of Swords energy, right? Where you couldn't see straight, you were restricted, right? That's what this is. And you've made a firm decision to see clearly, to see things, people, places, situations for exactly who they are and what they are, okay? And especially with this letting go card at the bottom of the deck, okay, it says learn to let go. There's some people, places, things, situations that you're going to have to let go because you see the truth concerning them. And it gives you an emotional satisfaction because you've been wondering for quite some time of who or what exactly was right, wrong. So what's third Royal Columbia? That may be, okay, that may be the issue for some of y'all. For some of y'all Taurus. 6 figure days. I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a sun sign Sagittarius, but I also have a lot of earth. I'm a Taurus rising, and I have a moon in Virgo. All right. So that was Taurus. So good luck, Taurus. Let me know how that goes. All right. Gemini. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Geminis? Oh, okay, Gemini. 6-figure days. Aren't you a Gemini? Is that you? Are you the Gemini? I think so. Okay. We got the 5 of Pentacles. All right, Gemini. Got the 5 of Pentacles. So let's talk about this real quick. The 5 of Pentacles is that voluntary suffering. And I think it's probably mostly because y'all be in y'all head too much. Okay, y'all be in y'all head too much. You overthink and overanalyze. And Virgo season heightens that energy because Virgos are very analytical people. Okay, very analytical people. They scrutinize everything. So with that being said, yes, you are going to have a tendency to overdo it in the analysis part, overdo it, and it's like you never make it anywhere. You never go anywhere. Excuse me, because you so into your head and thinking about this, thinking about that, you never make a fucking decision on anything. Okay, so this week, the best way to use this energy, okay, because we don't want you suffering, having this voluntary suffering and sabotage, right? We don't want you doing that. So instead, take this opportunity to step back from some of the decisions that you've been making. Okay, step back from some of those or these thoughts that you've been thinking or being in your mind too much. Go out and ground yourself this week, Gemini. Go out and ground yourself. Get out there, get you some feathers. If you see some feathers on the ground, pick them motherfuckers up, pop them in your head. Okay, pop them in your head, put them in your head. Come back. Okay, you might want to rinse them out first. I don't know, whatever. Okay, but for y'all, you know, just make sure you're not following somebody who is leading you astray, following somebody who is in a worse position than you, and they're trying to tell you what to do or how to go about doing something or where to go. And it's like, well, how the fuck you gonna tell me? You still on the same trash ass route as me. Your situation ain't no better. Okay, get with you some earth people this week to help ground yourself. I would say not to necessarily be around or be in the company of a lot of Virgos, especially if they're lower vibrational Virgos. I would say to be more in the company of Taurus or even Capricorn, right? Because Capricorn will make you make a fucking decision. They will. They'll make you make a decision. They'll make you get organized. They'll make you make a plan and make a decision. Get with your Taurus and stay firm on your decision. All right. So let me pull an oracle card. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Geminis for this week? What messages do you have for my Geminis? What messages? Oh. Hold on, Jen. Okay, Gemini. I can't make this up, y'all. Gemini, it says, read that. Originality. Blaze your own trail. Ain't that what I said? Ain't that what I said? Stop following this dummy. This is the dummy right here that this boy is following. She dumb. She got this boy out there in the cold. There's a building, a coliseum, a church, whatever that is. You know, it has a stained glass window. You know they got to be a church or a coliseum or something of spiritual, religious nature. Okay? Go in and seek shelter. Get away from this fool, whoever this fool is. Get away from them. Stop following them. You don't have to follow them people. At the bottom of the deck, we have dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. You're getting insight. And you're getting insight this week about this person. Definitely about this person. Or even about which way or direction you should be going in. Okay? You're definitely getting insight on that. So, like I said, use this time to ground yourself. Get outside, ground yourself. Also, take this time to don't be in your head too much or overthink everything. Instead, you want to put yourself in a position where you really lay out, get it out of your head and on paper, Gemini. Lay out what it is, whatever it is that you're working on, the thoughts that you have in your head, get them out your head and on paper. And then from there, use the Virgo energy to go through them with a fine-tooth comb and see which one better applies to you and your situation. All right. Cancer. What messages do you have for my Cancer, my water babies? Child, these cards pop now. Hold on. Okay, we got the Knight of Cups. We got water energy already for my Cancers. So the Knight of Cups. Let's talk about the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Somebody is bringing in an offer, or you offering something up to somebody, but it has something to do with, like, it's very passionate. It's a passion behind it or with it. And so pay attention this week. Somebody may be offering you up something that you could actually use. Maybe. But it's something that you're going to have to work towards and work on. And the reason why I say that is because in this card, in the background, ain't no grass, ain't no trees. It's just dirt. Just dirt. So this is definitely somebody bringing you something that you have to build from the ground up, or something that you have to put a lot of work and effort into. But right now, since we're in Virgo season, since you already know that, okay, or you already have this inclination to know that, all you have to do, put a plan together and work it. Simple as that. All right. Let me get you an oracle card real quick. Spirit messages do you have for my Cancer babies for this week? We got the Cancer. What do we have for Cancer for this week? Spirit? Cancer, y'all being a little stubborn. That card almost jumped out. Oh, okay. A couple cards came out. Hold on. Okay. So we have Dragon. Discover your courage. We have choices. Make the best choices. And then we have 7 deadly sins, humanity's destructive traits. All right. So based on whatever is coming in this week, whatever messages are coming in, whatever offers are being made, like I said, utilize this earth energy to be able to understand or decipher if this is something that's going to be good for you going forward or moving forward, something that you should put action and effort into, if it's something that you actually want to put effort and energy to, because this is something that's going to require some work, some time, some effort, right? But you have to decide, and once you decide what choice you're going to make sure that you go after it full force. There's no need to kind of pussyfoot around it. There's no need to do that, you know, because based on previous experiences, you may have seen that when you moved on something that it didn't work in your favor, or that there were a lot of challenges or conflicts that were surrounding it. Well, Spirit is saying, hey, don't even worry about that, because those things lead to destruction anyways, right? Those things lead to destruction because you are carrying things that are not serving you in this season. Only carry what serves you in this season. All right. So I hope that helps, my lovely Cancers. Hold on. Leo. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Leos for this week? Okay. Leo, y'all got 2 cards, baby. First card is the 7 of Pentacles. And the second card is this Lover's card. Now, I'm going to read the Lover's card in the upright and the reverse position because it landed in my lap almost like it wanted to be reversed. Okay. So let's talk about this. So Some of y'all are looking at or reviewing a particular partnership or collaboration with somebody or with someone that it has something to do with making money, right? Because we do know that pentacles represent money, a material wealth, something in the tangible nature in this physical realm that you can actually see with your own eyes. So you're looking at what you've grown or what's been grown, and now you're figuring out if getting in this partnership or getting in this or making a collaboration or doing a collaboration with someone else would be in your best interest, right? And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like it's a go. It's definitely something that is going to blow up. It's going to grow tremendously. Okay. And then we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse position. So with the Eight of Wands in the reverse position, you may not be receiving a whole lot of offers at this time, or it may not come to you in the form in which you would like it to come in. Okay, so it may be that you get one opportunity here, one opportunity there versus getting a whole bunch at one time. Or this could be where you wanted this to bring in very quick growth and a whole lot of it at one time. But if you notice, you see the grass down here, it's not all the way filled in. So that means there's some work that needs to be done so that she can have some growth here. There's still work to be done. Now behind her, she got all this growth and this greenery and all that kind of stuff. And that's fine, cool, and dandy, but there's still work to be done. Okay. So this is not an overnight success. In other words, this is not an overnight success. This is something that's going to take time for you to work through. And then we have the rabbit down there, which represents fertility. So this does mean that this is something that's going to bring on some growth in your money sector, in your material wealth possessions, in this physical realm. Okay. And Spirit is also saying, watch out for having this restrictive or this scared type of mentality, right? You're scared because you don't know what could transpire. But then with the World card here underneath that, that tells me that there's a new cycle, there's some growth, right? There's some growth and a new cycle that's happening and transpiring. And so you have to take the time. And remember, like I told y'all in my other live, Leo, this is the time when you reflect and you see what worked and what didn't work. This is also a balance between the yin and yang, the left brain and the right brain. So you have to bring in this earth energy, right, to be able to best make decisions and choices for your future, because this Queen of Pentacles, this is something that you're working on or something that's happening in the near future that you have to put effort, time, sweat, blood, and tears into to a certain extent. But I feel like it's not something that's going to be hard or challenging. It's just something that you have to do. Simple as that. All right. And then I'm going to pull a oracle card real quick. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Leos? What messages do we have for Leo for this week? How can we round off this for my Leos? Okay. So, y'all, I'm not making this up. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw the card. It says money. Find a way to abundance. Isn't that what the Seven of Pentacles is telling you? Isn't it why you're getting this partnership or collaboration? Somebody want to work with you? You found a way. Now you have to have the courage to pull through with it, to move on it. Scared money don't make no money, period. No, ma'am. I'm not to Libra yet. Actually, I'm almost Libra. I'm on Leo right now. All right. So Leo, that's your confirmation right there. This is all about money, but you have to make sure that you're utilizing this earth energy in the best way possible. Okay. Best way possible. And the best way to utilize this energy is to make sure that you are making decisions, grounded decisions. So get outside, get your butt outside too, and get to grounding yourself, because this is some energy that is going to help you, period. Okay. All right. That was Leo. Good luck, Leo. No, you didn't miss it. Virgo. Spirit, messages do you have for the sign of Virgo for this week? What guidance can we give to our Virgo babies? It's Virgo season. Let's give Virgo something good, something to look forward to. And I see the cards popping up and down. It's definitely Virgo energy. That teeter-tottering ass shit. Spirit, what messages do we have for our Virgos? What can we get on Virgos? Okay, that's one card. Let's see if another one will come out. All right, that's it. All right, the King of Wands, baby. That's fire energy. Y'all making a decision. Thank yeah. Okay, making a decision, being firm in your decision on the action that you're about to take. Period, point blank. It is what it is. That's that on that. Okay, but also being able to, since you're mutable energy and this card has these salamanders in it, this is also you being able to adapt to whatever situation or whatever action that you decide to take, even if it's an action that's outside of your comfort zone, outside of the ordinary, right? Taking action. But remember, we have that Sun conjunct Mars starting tomorrow. So make sure that your action is not too aggressive where it is putting you in situations where it could have a negative end result or negative effect later, okay? And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card. So this is definitely something working out in your favor. You probably needing help, or you have been needing help. Now you're getting the help, and you decided to take the action to ask for help or to provide help to others, right? Remember, this could be vice versa, all right? And this also could be dealing with children as well. Some of y'all probably need help with your kids. So that could be getting like a babysitter or a personal assistant or anything of that sort, or maybe you even are in the process of building your business. Most Virgos that I know are entrepreneurs. So you may be in the process of building your business, and if you need help with your business, don't be afraid to ask for that help, and it looks like you're going to be getting that help. And then underneath that, we have the Four of Swords. That's self-care, that's reflection, that's meditation and prayer. So while you are summoning in, right, this help or this aid that's coming to and for you, make sure that you're taking time to work on yourself. You know, give yourself self-care, give yourself some TLC, be compassionate with yourself. I know your season can make you freaking crazy, right? Can make you absolutely crazy, loop-de-loop. But it is very important for you to rest when you need to rest. It's important for you to stop when you need to stop, chill when you need to chill, be alone when you need to be alone. You don't always have to be a people pleaser or trying to please everybody else and not serve yourself. Serve self first so that you can serve others. All right. Let's pull a oracle card. Spirit, what messages do you have? Okay, hold on. Boy. Vacation. That's what I talk about with that self-care. Some of y'all need to, that help that y'all getting, it's gonna feel like a vacation. It says take time for relaxation and adventure. That's what I said with that Four of Swords energy. Take some time to give yourself some self-care. Give yourself some TLC. Do not, I repeat, do not overdo it. Don't. Just don't. When you feel yourself overdoing it, take a step back, get your hands off, go outside, take a breath, whatever you need to do. Sip you some wine, alcohol, some weed, whatever you do. I don't know. It's up to you. All right. Libra. Whoa. That was interesting. Okay, Libra. We got your card already. We got the Five of Swords. Free Spirit, you still here, baby girl? All right. So the Five of Swords, that is somebody winning at all costs. You don't care. That's that Sun conjunct Mars energy. Basically, I said what I said and I'm winning, period. Whatever it is that's mine, I'm going after it full force. All right. But be careful with this energy. Okay. And the reason why I say to be careful with this energy is because it could cause you to lose relationships with people. This is that self-sabotaging energy. because you want to win at all costs. You're willing to step over other people or play real dirty to get where you want to be. Don't do that. And I'm not saying this is for all Libras, but this is for some of y'all, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to feel a real strong urge to take action, because we got the Page of Wands here that I just pulled. You're going to feel a strong urge to take action on this particular thing. Don't do it. Make sure you use your logic and reasoning with this Virgo Earth energy to see what would be the consequences if I did this. What would be the advantages of me doing this? See how they weigh each other. If the bad outweighs the good, don't do it. If you are not willing to lose people, to lose yourself in this, or to lose partnerships, to lose just to lose like respect in general, don't do it. All right. And you'll know what it is as the week moves on, what it is that you may be battling with, right? So let me pull up Oracle card. Hold on. Going down. We got Epiphany. Understand what I'm saying? See clarity. You got to see clarity on what action you need to take, because there's definitely something or someone that you're battling with this week, whether it's an argument, whether it's a fight, whether it's something that's going on at work. But with all of this energy, all of this is saying, I have a decision to make on the action that I'm going to take concerning whatever battle this is. If I'm going to play dirty or I'm going to play clean. And then Spirit says, if you want to know the best route to take, seek and ask for clarity, because you're going to get it. You're going to get it. So don't utilize your time or your energy into your own ego. Be careful. I told y'all about that earlier in the live. Be careful of your ego this week, because your ego may or may not serve you very well this week. Okay. Scorpio. Yep. True messages do we have for the sign of Scorpio for this week? What guidance can we provide to Scorpio this week? Hold on. What guidance can we provide to Scorpios this week? Okay. I got a card that flipped over. Ooh, too many cards. Too many. And one moment, I'm going to light my sage again really quick. All right. Spirit messages do you have for the sign of Scorpio for this week? What guidance can you provide my Scorpions? Okay. So we got two cards. We have the Six of Wands and we have the Three of Cups. Without a doubt, there's a celebration happening. Something you won, something worked out in your favor, something that you've been working towards, whether it is something at work, something in school, something, dealing with relationships and other people. But there's definitely a celebration from a victory that you've had this week. Something that you actually accomplished this week. Congratulations, Scorpio. I like this energy. I really do. I like this energy. And there were three other cards that kind of popped out a little bit. So I want to talk about those. We have the Justice card here. There's definitely something happening or working in your favor. You're getting some justice towards something that may have been plaguing you for quite some time now, or the last couple of weeks. Balance is being restored, and because of that, now you're having a reason to celebrate. And you're celebrating with your people, right? Your loved ones, people that are close to you, the people that were on the battlefield with your ass, okay? Whether it was, and when I say battlefield, I don't necessarily mean in the sense where you were actually fighting somebody, or maybe there could have been something that you just had to get done that was very challenging for you, and you got over that hurdle, over that hump. Then we have the King of Wands. you know, being very decisive on actions that need to be taken, in conjunction with this justice, this balance being restored. So there were some good decisions surrounding this victory, right? And then we got the Hierophant card here, and the Hierophant talks about that higher consciousness and higher mind, understanding that the thoughts that we think, they actually manifest, right? So you could have probably, well, if I know a Scorpio, they would determine, and they felt it with every fiber of their being, that they would get in the victory and about to win something. Something was going in their favor, and they knew it. They don't take no for an answer. When that Scorpio has their mindset on something, it's happening, period. Okay? So I'm going to pull the Oracle card. All right. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Scorpio for this week? Oh yeah, all these cards popping out. Memories. You got memories. It says cherish memories of loved ones. And then we have Epiphany, seek clarity. Then we have Dragonfly, live life to the fullest. All right, so let's talk about this real quick. So with the whole memories thing, this could be, and I don't feel like it's necessarily something that has to do with passed on loved ones, but I do feel like you may have not had the opportunity, or you may have not really taken the opportunity or the chance to celebrate or to embrace or to love on your loved ones, the people that you care about the most. Some of you may have not had the opportunity to do that, or this could even be within your own love life, because you had so many other things that you were battling that you had to take care of before you could give this person or these people your time and attention, right? And so it's telling you to cherish the memories, because it's, you know, Spirit is wanting you to be a little bit more active now with these people, since whatever hurdle or whatever milestone or whatever elevation or step that you took and you accomplished it. Now it's time to, you know, have some celebration with your loved ones. Remember how much fun you used to have with them, because now you probably are not having, or previously in the past, you may not have been having so much fun because you had all this other stuff to do and other things that were taking on your mental space. All right. Good job, Scorpios. All right. Sagittarius. Tay, you there? Spirit Miss. Damn. All right, Sag. Hold on. Oh. Squad. Okay. I'm happy about this. So let's talk about this real quick. We have the Death card, which is Scorpio's card in the tarot. And we have the Temperance card. The Temperance card is our energy, period. Okay, we are represented by the Temperance card in the tarot. So we're showing up in our own reading. Okay, so let's talk about this. I feel like there was something that had to end, whether it was a thought process, a mindset, a situationship, something that had some authority over your life. You had to dead that situation, get rid of it, complete it, end it, wash your hands, done, right? And either you got yourself in alignment with your emotions and with your logic and reasoning before you deaded this situation, or this situation caused you, the ending of the situation caused you to get back in alignment with your level, with your emotions and with your logic and reasoning. Basically, better utilizing the energy of this earth season that we're in. Tempering yourself to where you're utilizing your own mind power, right? Your own crown chakra has been illuminated due to an ending or a completion of an old ideology, old way of thinking, old authority, right? Old authoritative people. You know, maybe this was a job, maybe this was a sibling or a relative, Maybe this was, you know, a friendship or something like that. But there was definitely something that came to a screeching halt, and you was like, look, I'm tired of this shit. I'm over it. Look, I have tried and tried and tried. This shit is just not working. So let me 86s. Let me get rid of it, right? And so because of that, it's important that you work on your crown chakra this week. Okay, you work on your mind, you work on your head, you work on your head space. Keep yourself in a good level playing field. Don't be too extreme and don't be too calm, right? Kind of be in the middle. You know, you're not too extreme, you're not too calm, but you're just riding the waves. So that's what Spirit is saying this week. There's definitely something, whether it's a thought process, a mindset, or a actual tangible physical situation with a person, place, or thing that you have to let go. You have to let die off and be done with it for good. For good. Because your mutable energy can sit in situations or situationships with people, places, and things past their expiration date. All right. At the bottom of the deck, we got the Hermit card. That's Virgo's card in the tarot. Virgo, we're in Virgo season. So now you are able to self-reflect, right? Be in solitude with yourself, okay? This could also be you getting insight on the path in which you need to take going forward. After this ending or completion, you leveling out your emotions and your logic and reasoning. Now the pathway is being lit up for what you're supposed to be doing next, or where you're supposed to be going next, okay? Let me pull an oracle card. Spirit messages do you have for my beautiful Saggies? Ooh, ew. Ew. Yes, darling. Okay. So we got good fortune. Y'all see that? Invite magic in. New beginnings. Girl, child, boo. Look, didn't I just say this? New beginnings at the bottom of the deck. And then underneath that, it says self-reliance. Don't be afraid to fly solo. You understand? And then underneath that, it says enlightenment. Enlightenment. Pursue spiritual growth. So new beginnings, begin your new life. That's why there was a death, a completion, an ending that had to happen. And you have to temper yourself or really get yourself in a space where you are really in the flow. And because you were in the flow, you allowed that situation to end or to complete. And so now there's a new beginning. So remember, I always say this, wherever there's a death, an ending, or a completion, there's always a new start or a beginning. There's always something new that comes after that. You can't have an ending or a completion or a death without a rebirth or a new beginning. And then it says good fortune, invite magic in. So with that being said, now that you tempered yourself and you gotten yourself on a level playing field, now you can utilize, you can bring in, remember I talked about this manifestation, this law of attraction at the beginning of the live. Now you can bring those things in because your mind is more clear now. Your mind is clear and you're able to better put yourself in a situation where you can bring in good fortune. And good fortune is more than just money. It's more than just tangible money, but good fortune could be your mind being right. Good fortune could be your spirit being right. Good fortune could be bringing people into your life that are more beneficial, where there's some reciprocity amongst the relationship or amongst the combination of you two or three or four. More harmony. Okay? Because get into Virgo season, you were able this and see this is how this applies, right? So let's take the astrology. Virgo season, analytical, wanted to make things perfect, wanted to make things good. Okay. And so now you're able to really see, peel back the layers and see what's really going on, what the real tea is. And now since you've seen that, now you can say, okay, done with that, over with, bye. Bye, Felicia. So that's good. So take that energy and run with it, right? Utilize this time this week to ground yourself, to feed your mind, feed your brain, feed your third eye, things that will help to bring your manifestations into this physical dimension. Do that for me. Do that for me, my Sagittarians. Do that. Squad, what's up? What's up? What's good? Doug, Taylor, what's up? Okay. All right. Whoo! Ooh-wee. Capricorn. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Capricorns for this week? What can my Capricorns expect this week? All right. We got one card. Let's see if we can get one more. That's going to be it. Okay. We got two more. So, Capricorn, the first card that you got was the Six of Wands. I think Scorpio got the same card. Victory, baby. You've been working hard. And remember, I told y'all in y'all July's video that your consistency is paying off. Your consistency is truly paying off. You got to stay the ground, stay the course. Because right now, Saturn is retrograde. So you still have to continue to move forward, right? Even though you don't want to, even though you feel like things are falling apart, even though you think things are chaotic at this time. And matter of fact, Saturn is going direct this month. So you should be feeling a little bit better this month with things being more organized, things being less chaotic, right? As time goes on, of course, because once the planet goes direct, it got to take some time to, it turn around and the stations to go direct. So it hadn't moved yet, right? Give it some time. So between this month and next month, you'll start to see things really pan out, level out. Rosalind says she liked that she has Sagittarius or stellium. Yes. Boom. Okay. Taylor and Doug, appreciate y'all. And yes, the Sagittarians if you have a lot of heavy Sagittarius energy, been through a lot over the last couple years, or previous years, 2014. I think Doug and I talked about this. All right, so Capricorn, we got the Queen of Swords, making head over heart decisions, staying logical this week, taking the things lessons that you've learned, using them in the present moment. Take the things that you've learned to get this victory. Or after you've gotten this victory, take what you learned from the battle, from the challenges, from the conflicts. Take what you learned to make better decisions. Okay? And then we got the Lovers card. So this could be partnerships, relationships. This could also be just a balance between the masculine and feminine energy within yourself. Okay? Because after you've gone through a war, after you've gone through challenges and conflicts, you have more masculine than feminine energy. So now it's time for you to rebalance your energy, right? Because we all have masculine and feminine energy. We all have yin and yang, left and right brain activity. So now it's time to get more of this leveled, right? This more tempered type of energy when it comes to the things that you've learned, okay? And how you're using them in practice now. Because I really feel like everything that you learned from this challenge or conflict, now you're going to have to put it into use, especially when Saturn goes direct. Especially when Saturn goes direct. And then I'm looking here at the bottom of the deck. We have the Four of Cups. You're not seeing offers that are being made to you, and it's because probably some of y'all may not be utilizing logic and reasoning. Okay, you may be too emotional on this whatever this offer that's coming in. You may be too emotional about something that reminds you of whatever you went through struggle and strife with. All right. But remember, we got the Ten of Swords in reverse. You're no longer there anymore. Betrayal, out the door. Fighting, gone. You already won. So why stay in that energy? Why? What's the point? All right. Let me pull an oracle card. Okay. The thing just flipped right on over. The card says, moving forward. And this is what I said. The guy in this picture, in this Six of Wands, he's moving forward. He ain't looking back. He ain't looking out to the side. He's looking straight ahead. Moving forward. This woman here, she's moving forward. Her face is pointed in the forward motion. Okay? And it says, get ready for positive change. And the positive change could be whatever this offer, this communication that's coming in. But you have to stop being restrictive and being stubborn, because it's that cardinal energy. They're thinking because you didn't think of it that other people, what they're bringing to you ain't a good idea. It probably is. It probably is. Okay? So take the opportunity to move forward and to move in a direction that serves you best. Remember, look and see what the cause and effect, what the positive and negative of whatever this offer is that's coming in. If this is something that will help put you into balance or help to propel you forward or continue to move you forward, you might want to run with it. I'm just saying. All right. Good luck, Capricorn. Remember what I said? Remember what I said? Aquarius. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, we're not going to take that. But we could look at it. All right. So Aquarius, you have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, man, that's you being able to make a decision on the options that you have, right? On which route to take, where to go, who to go with. All right. And the options for you, in a sense, could be somewhat unlimited. It's somewhat unlimited because with this Five of Swords in reverse, you decided to leave whatever struggle, strife, trials, and tribulations. Yeah, the fuck out of it. I'm done with that. No. Go away, right? And so because you left whatever this was, or you got away from whatever this was, now you can see your options more clearly as to where to go, what path to take. Now you just got to be able to get on the pathway and go. Now that's it. Now you just got to go. Decide where it is that you want to go and go. And put Oracle card. Spirit messages do you have for the sign of Aquarius? Spirit messages do you have for? Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. So first card is moving forward. The same card as Capricorn. Moving forward. Get ready for positive change. That's what's happening with this Two of Wands. You're moving forward in a new direction. You just got to decide which one you're going to take. The world is your oyster. Which road you going to take? Then we have, Dolphin. Okay, it says, don't worry, be happy. There's nothing to worry about, especially, and I feel like y'all are probably, or some of y'all are probably worrying because y'all had to leave this situation. The situation was too familiar. It was your comfort zone for some of y'all. Y'all were so used to this that y'all get scared to get on this new pathway to go elsewhere, to move forward in another direction. Okay, then underneath that, we have the 7 heavenly virtues. Okay, it says keys to goodness. Then it says underneath that, cheer up, live in the moment. Gratitude, be grateful for all you have. So that's speaking to this energy of moving forward with this Two of Wands. Take action on a new direction, initiate something new this week. Even if it's just research. Because Virgo season is not necessarily the season to, push new things, right? But it really depends on your own intuition, your own setup, your astrology setup as well. But this is definitely the time to seek out new adventures, new ways of doing, being, and going. That's definitely what this is telling you. So good luck, Aquarius. Good luck. I like that. Leaving conflict and strife from all them stupid ass people. Last but not least, my little Pisces water beaters. All right, Spirit. Let's end this off on a good note. Oh. All right, Pisces. Pisces, you have the 8 of Pentacles. You got your ass away from the distractions. I talked about this in y'all's reading too. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and go to my playlist and watch the video. You can either watch it in October or September, I believe. But this is you getting away from distractions and focusing on your money, getting your money up. That's what you're doing. Getting your money up, getting your resources up. And there's help here too with the Judgment card. There's help here. Now, you got to be careful with this whole helping situation, right? Because some people can help you out of what it is that you're doing or you're working on. And this could be something good for you, not necessarily good for them, but they want to make it beneficial for them. And I know Pisces, y'all have such a giving, loving heart that people will have the tendency to take advantage of y'all. Because they'll see y'all working on some shit, and then here come all the fucking dusties, here come all the leeches, here come all the you know, ain't shit people that don't have anything going on, but they want to come and eat off of your plate because they know that you're not gonna tell them no. You're not gonna be like, oh well, I'm not giving you none of my food. No, you probably gonna buy them their own plate of food and give them some money on top of that, right? So Spirit is saying, stay away from distractions, stay away from people that don't serve you, stay away from those people. Get yourself focused on what it is that you are building. Get yourself focused on that so that you can continue to get to the 10 of Pentacles or the Queen or the King of Pentacles, period. Spirit messages do you have for the sign of Pisces for this week? Okay. Illusion. Embrace the truth. Ain't that what I just said about whoever these people are that could be coming around seeing what you're building? So that's another thing. Don't be so quick to put your shit out there on social media or to let everybody know what you're doing, what you're working on. The whole purpose in this 8 of Pentacles is for you to get away from distractions, but also for you not to publicize your work, what you've been working on, what you're developing, what you've been putting your time and effort into, because people will take that as an opportunity to see how they can capitalize on your shit. And that's the truth, because there may be some people that reach out just because they want something from you, not because they're excited about what you have going on or because they enjoy seeing you have a good time, live your best life, have the time of your life. No, they want to see how they can fit in the picture, how they can get something out of it. So that's going to be the truth. You're going to have some revelations this week surrounding some people that you are involved with that are using you. They're leeches. And now you're tired of overlooking the shit, especially with that Sun conjunct Mars. You're tired of overlooking that. That's definitely an argument right there. You're like, look, man, I ain't got time for this shit. This is bullshit. What you got going on? All right. So I'm going to pull one oracle card for the collective and one tarot card for the collective, and then we will be done, honey buns. I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen. Child, this one is much longer than the other ones, but hey, we got to do what we got to do. All right. Whoa. Right. Let's keep shuffling. Okay. We're just going to take this one. Okay, so we have vacation. We got vacation here. It says take time for relaxation and adventure. A lot of y'all been putting in work. There's been a lot of mental brain activity, a lot of physical work because we're in a earth season. Take some time, TLC, self-care. If you can't leave from where you are in your physical space, then take a vacation in the bathtub. Take a vacation on your balcony. Take a vacation at the park. Okay, vacations vary. Then we have knowledge. Seek knowledge. Okay, so you know there's a calming or soothing energy that comes with seeking knowledge, but also with vacationing. When you vacation, you have clarity. You have clarity in things that have been transpiring in your life. You get clarity on those things because you're at one with nature. You're at peace. Your mind is not going a million miles a minute. You don't have a bunch of people all in your ear trying to tell you this and tell you that. No, you have the ability, once you give yourself self-care and you decide to vacation or any of that, you can see things clearly, and it forces you to seek knowledge. It forces you to get more in tune, to have questions, because Virgos have a lot of questions. They want to know why this, why that. Okay, well, how can I make this better? Right? Utilize that energy that way. And then, hearts to you too, Rosalind and Rhea. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for this week? Hold on, let me make sure you no cards for those. Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective for this week? After we close out this reading. Okay. We got the 3 of Wands. This is definitely about moving forward, moving on. There has been, especially throughout the reading, there's been this energy of moving away from things that no longer serve you, moving away from people, places, locations that no longer serve you. And now people are actually getting to see that their ships are coming in. hope is not lost, but you do understand that you got to turn your back to those things that no longer serve you. And you have to be okay with that. Make a firm decision. You see how his wands are firmly planted in the ground? You got to be firm with it. Stop BSing. Stop pussyfooting. All right? And then you see back there are ships back there in the back of the car. Ships are coming in. But now, and the only way that you'll be able to see these ships coming in, or maybe to know that they're coming in, is because you took some time to give yourself some TLC, and that forced you to seek knowledge on other places, ways of doing, things of doing, people of being with and collaborating with. Now you get to see that, and you'll see that the people that you've been doing with, or the things that you've been doing, ain't working. It's not for your highest and greatest good. So take this opportunity to give yourself some love and compassion, but to also see where it is that things are not stacking up in the way in which you would like them to stack up. And then from there, you can see where to go, where to move. Use this Virgo energy. Make a list. Make a list. Make it plain. That's what you do in this season. And then I just wanted to see, there was another card. It kind of dropped. And that's the Star card. Being vulnerable. But then there's also light being shined on you. Being shined on you. Remember I told you we got that Sun conjunct Mars. Being shined on the action that you're taking. So here it is right here. This is Sun conjunct Mars. Right? This is Mars. This is the Sun. Okay. This is the Sun. Being vulnerable. But you're being vulnerable in that vacation mode. And when you're vulnerable, when you're open, when you are receptive, you can seek knowledge and receive clarity through that knowledge that you're seeking. Now, your questions. Now you actually have questions. Okay? And those questions lead to answers on where you got to be going. What's next? All right? So that's all I have for you folks. I really appreciate y'all taking the time to listen, to support. Don't forget to like this video if you'd like to book a personal reading. The information is down in the description box. All right? Don't forget to check out the readings that I've done, the monthly readings that I've done. September is going to be a tad bit different, and you got to check out. You have to check the September readings when they start coming out to see what the difference is. What else? Don't forget, hey, follow me on Instagram. Same name. I am well versed. Okay, same exact name is on the screen down here. Okay. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Quail, please. I apologize if I'm butchering your name. If you would like to book a personal reading, the information is down in the description box. I will have to connect with your energy. This is a collective reading right now, but I will have to connect with your own energy to be able to answer the question about your professional career. So the information is in the description box. Send me an email and we can get started on getting you a reading for your professional career. So as always, thank you so much for watching and supporting. Peace and love, love and light, and bye-bye, y'all.